Hiya, I didn't get to Goodison. I'm in a hotel in Istanbul. I have come here for 5 days, 6 days to interview several people. I went to watch Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Besiktas team last night. They had a very, very good win against a team above them in the table, away from home, and they've moved up to fourth. So Ollie's doing well. I met him for breakfast this morning. Played 7, won 5, drawn 1, lost 1. And yeah, he's doing really well. Still very early. I said, you've been here 2 months, and he looked on a chart behind him in his office, went 5 weeks and 2 days. All right, just saying, like, about 2 months in it. I watched the game in a pub in Istanbul. I don't really like watching football in pubs. It was weird because I had a couple of lads next to me. I didn't speak to them. I think they're from Manchester. And watching them in the first half was so painful. I felt for them. It was so painful. And United were painful. And then the other problem is there's other people in the pub who aren't watching the game. So you're tense and you... Anyway, the first 70 minutes was pretty terrible. But Manchester United did get a 2-2 result. Would we have taken that before the game? Probably. Given how resurgent Everton are and how poor Manchester United are. Final ever United game at Goodison. That's what guts me about missing it. Maybe I'll go to Goodison at the end of this season because it's one of the great old English football grounds. I love it how it's in the middle of a very working class part of Liverpool. But today they were up for it against Manchester United. I've got some ratings. Because I was in a pub, I'm not taking my computer into a pub. Normally if I'm in a press box or whatever, I'm watching it properly. Down my notes. I'm sort of scribbling furtively. I'm going to try and read them back. And I've got things written down like 3 minutes 20 for VAR. We're in a tailspin. We're being ground down. It's painful watching the men next to me. So yeah. It does pick up a little bit. So Onana, 6. He didn't really have a lot of protection in front of him, but it still worries me how he just pushes and parries the shots away, sometimes into the path of opposing teams' players. De Ligt, I thought he was the poorest of the three defenders. He was beaten to the ball quite early on. He made a back pass which went for a corner, and it looked like he could have given a penalty away. When I watched, I thought that's a penalty, then not, then yes, then no. It wasn't given because if United would have lost that game, I mean, the mood's pretty much on the floor anyway, as it is. So I'm going to give him a 4. Maguire, 5. Beat him for the second. Yeah, he should have done better there. Got bullied through there. Appealed for a penalty, which wasn't given. Dello, 5. I just don't think he's as effective on the right-hand side. Casemiro, 5. I mean, I remember Casemiro 2 seasons ago being the best player at Everton by a distance of both teams, thinking this is a world-class midfielder. And I get what he said in midweek about wanting to stay, because he's going to say that he's got a big contract and he's a good person and he's a good professional and he was an amazing player, but doesn't make it any easier watching him as he gives the ball away against Everton away. Ugarte was better, 6-7, shot wide after 42, and then controlled the ball superbly actually, to shoot with his left foot to get Manchester United's equaliser. Doucoure, 7, he was the best Manchester United player in the first half. He was busy going down on the left. Got a few balls in. The range, he'll find his range. A couple of them were a bit too close to Pickford. But in the first half especially, I thought that he was encouraging. Xerxes, 6. Got in a few good positions. Appealed for a handball. Had a tame shot at goal. That was after 90 in front of the Gladys Street. I'm never going to be able to say this again. The Gladys Street. These lovely names. we won't have Premier League stadiums with names of ends after street anymore, because they're just on a much bigger footprint now. He was better towards the end. I think they all were, because the first half was particularly poor. In fact, United didn't have a shot on goal for like 70 minutes. Bruno, 7. A few of you didn't like me giving him 7 last time, did you? Well, I'm giving him 7 again today. I think he's Manchester United's best player by a margin. I was talking to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer about him today, and he's not as effective as when he first came in 2020. But he scored the top equaliser today. Perfectly executed, and yeah, well done, Bruno. Who else we've got? Højlund. I ain't going to join the pylon, but it's a real struggle watching him. I think Tarkowski, who's a Manchester lad, he's a childhood United fan. He just had Højlund pretty comfortably today. Garnacho, 7, clattered. What's the beef with him? Because he's Argentinian or plays for Argentina. I thought he was lively when he came on. I wondered why he hadn't started. Yoro, I thought he was lively when he came on as well. He brought energy into the attack, and I thought United may have a chance of winning that one. But Garnacho, especially, and Yoro made an impact, and maybe they should be starting against Ipswich Town on Wednesday, which is a 6-pointer. Obi, I'll come to him. You know, it snows once every 10 years in Istanbul. Well, it's snowing today. So my flight here was in doubt, and I'm flying back from here to the Ipswich game on Wednesday. Hopefully the weather system will have moved over by then. And Besiktas's game was in doubt last night, but it was played. But yeah, snowing. Do you know what I could do with in circumstances like these? A heat pump. A good heat pump. And you know what? Thousands of households have already reduced their energy bill with free ECO4 upgrades. With Improve Easy, who supply heat pumps, you can access a range of energy-saving solutions, brand new boiler, solar panels, that air source heat pump, and insulation for your walls, your roof, your loft. Are you wondering if you qualify? I'm sure right now you're just thinking, do I qualify, yes or no? Well, I will tell you, if you live within 80 miles of Manchester, as I'm sure you all do, if you're on benefits or your household income is less than 31k, you probably do qualify. In fact, just click on the link in the description. It takes just 30 seconds to check. Seriously, I'm not blagging. People have had heat pumps and solar panels put on for free after listening to me, and we do appreciate the support of Improve Easy at all, so do not miss out. Chido Obi came on. He's still very raw, he's still very young, but he looked more of a threat than Rasmus Højlund. So I've got the small matter of I've got several interviews here, and the small matter of Galatasaray Fenerbahce on Monday night. I've probably got some more mad games in Istanbul. Do a bit of writing, bit of grafting. It's my life. It's a great city. This pretty cheap enough that I can stay in hotel rooms like this for 60 quid, which is nice, right near Taksim Square. I like Turkey. My first time here was with United in '93. Bad experience when we all got rounded up and deported. There was a lot of trouble, but I've grown to be very fond of Turkey, and I know that Ole Gunnar's having a good time here as well. Cheers to Stu sending me the footage from inside the United end today. Hopefully the people who went there on the Bullens Road enjoyed it. We will miss Goodison Park, and I'll be back on Wednesday from Old Trafford. I need to get back to England, to the warmth. I need to leave Turkey and the snow and the -7 temperatures, or feels like -7 according to the internet, and get back to warm Manchester for that relegation 6-pointer against Ipswich Town on Wednesday night. Until then, bye-bye. Oh, we'll have some United We Stand on sale as well. So come and say hello. See you soon.